Testing, test it. Hello? Hello? Is this the, hello?
Yeah!
Hello? Testing. Fucking. Hello?
Yeah!
Fucking. Fuck. Above it. Is it on? Fucking. How do I fucking.
Yeah!
Is it. Hello? Is this working?
Yeah!
Is it. Hello? Trying to. Oh no. Can. Is it on? Is it on?
Yeah!
Hello? Hello? It's the show above it all. Doing a show today. Today's the Above It All show. My lips are a little fucked up. Look at this. You see that? I was out in the cold yesterday, and they got me, folks. Forgot my protective lip balm, and they got me. So I got some fucked up looking lips now. So, start out. It's a goddamn, what is this? This is the Pilot G2, folks.
Yeah!
What day is it? Does anyone know what day it is? Is anyone aware of the day? What day is it? I don't even know. Where's my phone? Okay. Did you see that? It said it's Friday, motherfucker.
Yeah!
There's, and then, and that's the, you ratioed Ro Khanna? Yo, let me look up Tyler's fucking shit. This is breaking news. Tyler Hackner. I just spelled your name Jackner. On accident. You should consider changing your name to Tyler Jackner. You know? If you go by, like, the Spanish pronunciation, it would still be pronounced the same, right? Hackner. With a J or an H. Just consider it. Just think about it. Where's this fucking ratio? I gotta find this ratio. Where the fuck is your ratio? Yeah. Tyler fucking tweets like 97 times every like 13 seconds. Like, this motherfucker is telling me about ratios. Like, how about the ratio of your tweets to followers? How about that ratio, motherfucker? Whoa! Whoa! Oh my fuck! Alright, everybody. This is the Above It All show. Let me drink some more coffee or something, man. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. All right, my energy levels today, folks. I got energy levels. You know, look at this shit. Hold up. I got 2 pens. Check this out. Now that's crazy, man. That's crazy. I got 2 of them. Pilot G2. Does anyone know about the Pilot G2? Anybody? It's a pen. It's the Above It All show, everybody. Today is Friday, February 3rd.
Yeah!
And I'm doing a show. This is a news show, folks. This is a news show. So let's jump right in. So, we live in the United States of America. Hold the frickin' phone. Let me take some coffee here for 8 to 15 seconds. All right. We live in the United States of America. And, I got hair in my mouth. Jesus fuck. We live in, the United States of America. And this is a country, I mean, I don't even know. Can you even call it a country? I mean, I don't even know. But we do live in the United States of America. At least I do. For now. I mean, you know, at any point. And in the United States, we got, I like to call them FUFs. I don't know if you've ever heard this term before. You know, it's not that popular, but I find it to be quite fascinating. I refer to these people as FUFs. You might be wondering, what's a FUF? Well, this is a FUF. This guy's name is Matt Walsh. And he's a FUF. Now, again, you might be confused. What is that? FUFs. It stands for fucked up freaks. These are fucked up freaks. So this is Matt Walsh basically saying he wants to execute doctors who treat transgender people. Let's watch.
Trump also says, as he goes on to say, that he would direct the Department of Justice to investigate hospitals, pharmaceutical companies, doctors, to find out if they've been involved in a cover-up of the horrific long-term side effects of gender transition drugs and surgeries.
Now again, long-term side effects, aka nothing. There's no long-term side effects. Now again, there's these big conspiracy theories that if you're on hormone therapy, that you have like weaker bone density. That's been disproven. If anything, bone density is more directly related to diet than anything else. But again, that's kind of the one thing that these people like to hang their hats on. But let's keep going.
Now, the answer, of course, is that, yes, they have been covering those things up, as any genuine and thorough investigation will clearly show, which is why the next step under a Trump administration or any Republican administration should be to arrest the culprits, the hundreds and hundreds of them, if not thousands of them, and throw them in federal prison. Now, this can't be a matter of simple fines and financial penalties. I mean, that should be part of it. But the only real recourse here, the only semblance of justice would be prison sentences, very long ones. Now, if it were up to me, we'd go further than that. As far as I'm concerned, mutilating and castrating children should be legally considered a...
Well, okay, again, I just have a quick question for the mutilation standpoint. These people love the word mutilate. Me too. In fact, I would go even further. Did you know that approximately 70% of people in the United States that were born in the United States and have a penis, when they were anywhere between a couple days old and a couple weeks old, maybe a month old, they got their dick chopped off by a doctor? Why? Because Jesus told their parents, you gotta cut the dick off! What am I talking about? Of course, circumcision. So, approximately 70% of people that have penises in the United States of America, they don't know what sex is. They have no idea. They've never experienced sex. They never will experience sex. because their parents, I don't know, decided, Jesus was talking to me, or God, or something to do with the Torah, or Allah, whatever, fucking stupid fairy tale. Jesus told me to cut your dick off, and now you can't ever experience sex. About 70% of people in the United States that have penises. Is that mutilation? Now, again, I would consider it mutilation. But above and beyond, what's important here is that it's unconsensual mutilation. There's no consent. Can a 2-year-old, or rather a 2-week-old, consent to having their dick cut off by a doctor because Jesus, like the spirit of the Holy Ghost, was flooding through their fingertips? Is a 3-week-old able to consent? I don't know. Personally, I don't think so. I don't think that that's a thing. But I do think that people can consent to what clothing they want to wear. Why is that? Why are states in this country passing laws that ban people from wearing certain kinds of clothing? I think you could totally consent to what you want to wear, what you want in your wardrobe. You can also consent to what foods you put into your body, in my opinion. You can consent to what kind of health care that you receive. This is all very basic information. So again, these people don't actually care about mutilation. They don't. They don't give a shit. They don't give a fuck about mutilation at all. They don't. They just don't care, okay? Because if they did, it's the trolley problem, right? Think of the trolley problem, right? You got 2 tracks. One of them has millions and millions and millions of people tied up. One of them has nobody. Now, again, they imagine that there's people tied up on the other one, but let's imagine, right? Even in the worst case scenario, in these people's like schizophrenic kind of meltdown mind, right? There's like maybe a couple hundred people on one track. That's like the victims of the trans ideology, whatever bullshit, right? But on the other track, verifiable, people who had their dicks cut off when they were kids because of Jesus or something, or it's clean or whatever the fuck. They'll never experience sex. Now, right? Who do you want to, who is, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, if you want to rescue people, if this is your mission, right, to protect people, there's millions of motherfuckers in that group. There's like maybe 5 or 6 in the one group. So why is it that they spend years and years of their lives talking about this? Because it's so few people that when they lie, there's no one to debunk them. They can just lie and they get away with it because everyone listening, they don't know. No one knows. And so it's easier to lie about it. This idea of like irreparable harm. Fucking, I don't know, man. If we want to talk about mutilating children with irreparable harm, I suggest joining the intactivist movement, but that's just me.
A capital crime, and it should earn.
As you're seeing here, he's about to suggest that we execute doctors who treat kids with, you know, respect. Basic healthcare, execution. You know who else advocated to execute doctors who helped gay and transgender people live their best lives? Adolf Hitler. And I know, a lot of people are going to get triggered. Oh, literally, though, in the 1930s, Nazis, they raided medical clinics that operated in, in a lot of gay communities and helped gay and trans people have adequate health care. They raided them, burned them to the ground, and destroyed all of their research, as well as killing the people involved. That was Adolf Hitler. Now, again, I don't know if Matt Walsh cares about being compared to Adolf Hitler. He calls himself a fascist, so I think he's pretty proud of that comparison. But again, this is some crazy-ass shit, man. I don't know. I see this stuff and I'm like, plane ticket to New Zealand looks about pretty good right now.
Should be legally considered a capital crime, and it should earn the prescribed penalty for such crimes. But if we can't have that, then prison will have to suffice. These are all very positive developments. Yeah, we know that the left isn't going to take any of this lying down. They were so close in their minds to achieving their genderless dystopia that they're not going to give up now. They can't, because gender ideology is the centerpiece of their entire cultural agenda. They can't give up on it.
So, a genderless dystopia? What does that even mean? Like, does anyone actually think we're close to abolishing gender? I mean, let's have a serious conversation about this, right? You know, and this is a subject that I'm down to talk about. But, like, a genderless dystopia, like, how close are we to abolishing gender outright? If I were to be very generous, I would say maybe 700 years away from abolishing all gender. We are nowhere close. Like, Matt Walsh is trying to suggest, like, everyone's going to lose their gender in our lifetimes. Like, you know, like, the clock is going to hit, like, 2038 or whatever, and then, boom, everyone lost their gender. What the fuck? Right? If you want to have a genderless society, which I'm down to strive for, it's never going to happen in my lifetime, so to be honest with you, I don't really care about that. But if you want to do that, it's going to take multiple dozens of generations of movement in that direction. That's not something you can just do in one lifetime. You'd have to have generations and generations of people that are born and lived without any gender for that to be a genderless society. So that's not happening. That's not happening. Like, anyone that would want that to happen knows that that's not happening in anyone's lifetimes. It's just kind of like a science fiction thing, you know, if you want to write like Star Trek fan fiction or whatever, it's kind of in that realm.
They can't give it up without giving the whole game away, which they're not going to do. And so while red states move to protect children from these forms of physical and sexual abuse, blue...
Once again, circumcision affects about 70% of anyone that is born in this country with a penis. Circumcision. What is that? They make it so that you will never experience sex for the rest of your life. Now, some people have suggested that there are ways to reverse circumcision. You know, you stretch it out or whatever the fuck. I've seen these things. You know, maybe science will get to a point where we can very accurately and consistently restore the foreskin. But as it is right now, about 70% of people that have penises in the United States will never experience sex ever in their whole life. They don't know what it is. They don't know what it feels like. Now, they might have something, you know, it might feel good, like, you know, scratching your back feels good. It might feel good in an emotional way, in a romantic way, and that's great, and I'm happy for them, but they will never, ever, ever feel what sex feels like in a physical fashion. Never. That was just cut off from them in a literal fashion by their parents because Jesus told them it was cleaner or something. I don't know. But again, so they don't actually care about kids. They don't. And so that's why this whole thing is, again, hypocrisy is the point. I've said this before. They lie on purpose, right? To engage with the argument is wasting your motherfucking time, because the point of the argument on its face is to distract you from things that matter, to waste your time, to send you down a rabbit hole of looking up like -4 transgenders or who regret something, I don't know, instead of, I don't know, the 70% of Americans who can't experience sex, 70% of 50%, right? So, you know, again, it just leads you down these waste of time rabbit holes. So the people that listen to this stuff and they actually believe it, right, they get thrown into the gone zone and into the conspiracy land. Then they become neutralized, right? They're neutralized in the political discussion. They're neutralized in a logical fashion. And then they can become weaponized by people like Matt Walsh. And then everyone else that actually tries to, like, seriously, like in an academic sense, try to engage with these conspiracy theories, you're always going to lose, because it's not about winning in a logical argument. It's never been about winning in a logical argument. It's about wasting your fucking time doing videos like I'm doing right now. But at least I'm trying to tell you this is a waste of fucking time. It's a waste of goddamn time. Like, I don't know, like, to engage with these kinds of arguments, like, oh, people who give healthcare to children should be killed by the state. I mean, it's so, like, this is 4chan level inflammatory garbage. And the president of the United States is the former president of the United States, Donald Trump, is advocating to go further, and Matt Walsh is trying to, you know, push him even further. And that's the point, is they want to they don't necessarily care that much about committing the genocide that they're focused on so much. It's less about the genocide, more about controlling everyone else and getting them on board with the genocide. Because if you can easily control a group and get them to hate another minority group, you can pretty much get that group to do anything you want after the fact, right? All right, so we kill all the gay and trans people. We kill all the doctors. Well, now you got an army of minions that have literally committed crimes against humanity on your behalf. They're basically, they're just in your cult now, and that's what the point is. They're trying to create a cult. That's it. And now again, I don't have a problem if you want to go buy some land in Argentina or whatever and go on a farm and have your little cult commune. That's all good with me, Jack. I don't give a shit. But when you want to kill other people on behalf of your cult, I mean, that's a problem, in my opinion. But again, it's never been about the arguments. It's never been about the logic. And it never will be about the logic because they lose every time. 100 times out of 100, 1,000 times out of 1,000, 100,000 out of 100,000, 1,000,000 out of 1,000,000. They lose the logical argument every time. And so they're going to use that fact. They know that they lose the logical argument every time. They're going to use that fact against everyone else because they're just playing a different game. When you engage in politics, you might be thinking, oh, we're having a spirited debate of the ideas, and whatever one is the more substantive, logical position is the one that's going to, win at the end of the day. That's not a thing. We don't live in that society. It's debatable if we ever lived in that society, but I can tell you right now, we certainly do not. And so again, it's not about logic. It's about power. It's about manipulation. That's really ultimately what it is. And these guys are fuffs, motherfucker. They're fucked up freaks. I don't know what else to tell you. But it's some crazy ass shit. So, but anyway, whatever. Got a goddamn show happening here. Israel, I'm talking about people like Matt Walsh. The minions, they're not even real people. They're just zombies, as far as I'm concerned. Like, right-wingers are just not even human. They're just Homo erectus or some other, like, pre-evolved form. But people like Matt Walsh, I would consider them human. And I consider them people that are weaponizing that humanity against everyone else, right? But the people that actually fall for that shit, they're not even conscious creatures. They have no consciousness whatsoever, as far as I'm concerned. They're robots in every sense of the word. They're zombies in every sense of the word, if you fall for that stupid ass shit. Hello, Anastasia. Ugh. God!
Yeah!
It's Friday. Today. As I've said, I've adopted a new schedule this week, and that involves taking Wednesday and Saturday off. So today is Friday, tomorrow is Saturday, and I'm also going to be streaming Sunday at 10 instead of 12. So, breaking up my weeks into two chunks. Tomorrow, I'm going to, at least theoretically, assuming nothing goes wrong, I'm going to do a lot of mushrooms and watch the finale of Breaking Bad. So, wish me luck. I might be talking about that on Sunday. In fact, I probably will be talking about that on Sunday. I've watched every episode on mushrooms, and I'm ready to watch the finale tomorrow. I'm jumping in, and it's going to be great. So, and Wednesday I've been doing some other projects. I'll talk more about that later. But, I'm getting some progress done. And, for those of you, let me just pat myself on the back here. I'm allowed. For those of you that don't know, I am one of the greatest, if not, and it's very possible that I am the greatest Doom speedrunner of all time. I mean, I'm just stating reality. And yesterday, I was doing a stream, and I got a new record in something that I was trying really hard for. A little bit of a video for B-roll. For those of you that don't know, I love Doom. I'm a Doomer. It's but not in the political sense, but also in the political sense, Anyway, I like Doom, and this is a 3-hour speedrun. And the previous record I got 7 years ago. It's really old. I was 19 years old when I recorded the previous run for this, and then I beat it. So pretty happy about that. This has been something I've been working on my Twitch streams. So I know not many people watching Above It All watch my Twitch streams. I got to fix that one of these days, but I'm getting there. And this is one of my major side projects. If not, you could say this is my primary project. I don't know. This is something I really like doing. And so I did a Memento Mori, which is a 1995 patch wad for Doom 2. It's one of the first major expansions for the game, if you want to use that lingo. And it's pretty fun. So definitely check this out. Giving me some watch time on my other channel would be nice. I need the watch time and I need the subscribers to get monetized on my other channel. So if you want to help me get monetized, you can check out this video. Just give it a skim through. Check it out. It's got really good music. And anyway, so just a little humble brag. I'm proud of myself. I'm a little happy about that. So thought I'd share that with the rest of the class. But also, if you want to see more of that kind of stuff, follow me on twitch.television, folks. Twitch.television, motherfucker. Get in there. All right. I got a red pen. It's not red ink, though. It's just the pen is red. Above It All on Friday, everybody. Today is Friday, and it's the Above It All day for Friday. Now I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be reading this story for the first time. To me, this is really funny. Just the headline. This is some fucking funny shit, okay? I'm just saying, this is funny, okay? This is funny, okay? So I'm just brace for impact. Get ready for the headline. It's really good, okay? Pentagon says it detected a Chinese spy balloon hovering over Montana. Spy balloon. Okay. So Now, can someone remind me what fucking year it is, by the way? Does anyone know what year it is? The year is 2023. The idea that China would try to send a fucking balloon to spy on Americans in Montana. For what? What information are they going to get from a motherfucking balloon that they couldn't get with, I don't know, phone data? Hell, Google Maps, satellites? What information are they going to get with a motherfucking balloon that they can't get in a much better way without getting caught? So I'm just asking that question. This shit is funny. I don't know what to tell you, man. A fucking spy balloon, yo. I mean, this is like this feels like, you ever play Fallout 3? Or Fallout New Vegas, or, Fallout 1 or 2 for that matter. And one of the big things of those games is the cringy, hyper-propagandized American news articles, right? Because you're in a post-apocalypse, right? But you can, like, read newspapers that were contemporaneous to when the bombs dropped or whatever. And it's, like, all a bunch of, like, you know, cringy, jingoistic propaganda about how China's evil. I see this shit. I'm like, yo, are we in a video game? Like, is this the proof of the simulation? Am I in Operation fucking Anchorage right now? Like, what is this fucking shit? Okay. The United States has detected what it says is a Chinese surveillance balloon that has been hovering over the northwestern United States, the Pentagon said on Thursday, a discovery that comes days before Secretary of State Antony J. Blinken's visit to Beijing. President Biden has chosen, for now, not to shoot down the... I can't. I'm sorry, I lost it. Okay, keep it together. Okay. President Biden has chosen, for now, not to shoot down the balloon after a recommendation from Pentagon officials that doing so would risk debris hitting people on the ground, according to a senior defense official who is not authorized to speak publicly. The decision to publicize the discovery appears to put China on notice ahead of Mr. Blinken's Beijing visit, the first by an American Secretary of State in 6 years, during which he is expected to meet with President Xi Jinping. The sudden appearance of the balloon is bound to raise already escalating tensions between the two powers. Now, does anyone want to take bets on whether or not this balloon, one, is real? Is there any evidence of the balloon? Do we have a picture? Or two, that it's controlled by China? Like, I'm just saying. like, I'm down to bet on both of those. Like, there might be a balloon there. It's totally possible. I'm also totally willing to believe that there is no balloon and they're just making the whole thing up. Like, both of them, I'm 50-50 on that, okay? I'm 50-50 on that. But whether or not this is a Chinese spy balloon that they sent, that just so happens to have been discovered a day or two before a visit with Chinese officials. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, to me, I'm calling bullshit on that, okay? So China was like, oh, great. We got a meeting with Tony Blinken in a week. Let's go send our spy balloon to Montana. What? Why? I don't know, man. Critical thinking, I guess. The official said that while it was not the first time China had sent spy balloons to the United States, this one has appeared to remain over the country for longer. Still, a senior administration official who spoke on the condition of anonymity said the balloon did not pose a military or physical threat. Well, that's good. That's good. The balloon is non-threatening. Unless Biden shoots it down. It becomes threatening. Oh my god, okay. Did not pose a military or physical threat and added that it had limited value in collecting intelligence. See, now this is what I'm saying, okay? Now again, we live in the era of TikTok. We live in the era of every cell phone. Did you know this, by the way? I don't know. I might be breaking news to some people. Every cell phone has a back door that can basically be accessed by anybody. Anybody that knows how. Now, did you know that cell phone companies actually collude with governments to leave in software and hardware exploits in their phones? So companies like Google or Apple especially will find bugs, tell the government about them, and not fix them so that the government can use those bugs to steal your data. Now, oftentimes those bugs are, leaked from the government or the company themselves, and they can also be, that information can be sold to other foreign governments. So you tell me, in the era of fucking cell phones, China is going to send a balloon to Montana to collect information. Like, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Like, I don't know, man. I'm just, I don't really buy it. I don't really buy it. I'm gonna be honest. Another defense official said the Pentagon did not think that the balloon added much value over what China could glean through satellite imagery. That's also what I said. Pentagon officials said the balloon had traveled from China to the Aleutian Islands of Alaska and through northwest Canada over the past few days before arriving somewhere over Montana, where it was hovering on Wednesday. Canada's Department of National Defense said in a brief statement late Thursday that the movements of a high-altitude surveillance balloon were being actively tracked by North American Aerospace Defense Command. I'm glad that they're using all their resources on that, which is a part of the U.S.-Canada military partnership. It added that the country's intelligence agencies were working with American partners to, quote, take all necessary measures to safeguard Canada's sensitive information. Canadians are safe, and Canada is taking steps to ensure the security of its airspace, including the monitoring of a potential second incident. Oh, fuck, a second balloon. Yo, I'm praying for there to be a second balloon. Like, like, can we please? Can we please? I need a sequel to this. I mean, I need to see the second balloon. Someone show me the second balloon, please. Let it be real. Oh man, we gotta manifest the second balloon into the world with positive energy. The Department of National Defense did not explain where or when the balloon had been spotted. I mean, you'd think that would be information that you have readily available, when and where. It sounds like, pretty easy to discern information. But hey, where it might be heading, or whether it was the same balloon that appeared high above Montana again. Yes, the second balloon. There's a second balloon. I'm so in. Fuck, it's real. It's real, folks. There's got to be a second balloon. It's the same. There's multiple balloons. There's balloons within the balloons. Okay, check this out. It also did not explain the reference to a, quote, potential second incident. Officials with the department did not immediately respond to emails or phone calls seeking clarification. After initially telling a news conference that it had to check on the claims about the balloon, the Chinese Ministry of Foreign Affairs said on Friday it was an innocent mistake. The airship is from China. It is a civilian airship used for research, mainly meteorological purposes. An unnamed spokesperson for the ministry said in a statement on its website, affected by the westerlies and with limited self-steering capability, the airship deviated far from its planned course. The Chinese side regrets the unintended entry of the airship into U.S. airspace due to force majeure, referring to a violation caused by forces beyond a party's control. It's a motherfucking balloon, folks. I'm serious. Like, this is a really good example of why politics melts people's brains. And I'm talking about, like, governments, right? The idea that humans somehow are at the point where it's like, this is a geopolitical issue. Right, okay, this is a geopolitical issue. A balloon getting carried in the wind is a geopolitical issue. Like, I mean, somebody help me out here. Like, this is like on a human-to-human level, without all the bullshit politics, without all the bullshit governments, right? Governments are fake anyway. On a human-to-human level, the only thing that you should do when you see a fucking balloon in the sky is like, hey, does anyone know where this balloon is? Oh yeah, that's my balloon. Sorry. Oh, it's all good. And then you move on. Like, it's a fucking balloon. Like, I don't know why. I don't even know. And the U.S. is going to, like, there's like a memo leak or whatever that the U.S. wants to try to gum up the works with relationship to China to instigate a war. So fucking stupid, man. But I swear to God, if they try to start a war over a balloon, I mean, see, the main question is, are they going to be able to show the balloon at, like, the fucking UN? Or are they going to have to, like, get pictures? Like, I want to see Colin Powell bring in the fucking deflated balloon. And here we have the evidence, everybody. Like, what the hell, man? It's a balloon. Anyway. There's a meeting of senior military defense officials. Like, they all sat down at a fucking table. And we're like, we gotta have a serious conversation about this. What's going on? I just got called out of... My wife was in labor. Our baby is being born right now, and you call me in here? What's going on? Sit down, Jack. There's a balloon in the sky? Like, I mean, what? Like, I'm serious. Like, it's a fucking balloon. This is just a bunch of other garbage. Jesus Christ, man. Anyway, so there's your news story. Talking about the news on today's show. It's a fucking balloon. That blows my mind. I'm sorry. Like, God damn it. Alright. Fucking balloon. Fuck. Like, these people take this shit so seriously. Like, imagine if they took homelessness as seriously as they take a balloon in the sky. Oh, fuck me. God damn. Oh, Rokana responded to you, Tyler. That's funny. Oh, Christ. I'm not going to lie to you. This is my opinion on Rokana. Rokana doesn't give a fuck. Like, I'm here to tell you that. Like, this is my take, you know. I'm down to be wrong. Rokana does not give a fuck, right? He doesn't have any skin in the game. He doesn't have any moral compass. This is my take, okay? But he realizes that a lot of certain issues are really popular and that they can help him boost his own popularity, right? So that's why he takes, like, almost all these, like, progressive, like, takes, but then tries to, like, water them down in stupid ass fucking ways that mean nothing, right? And then, like, just, like, loves to use, like, technological jargon and babble, you know? That's my take. I feel like he's a cipher, and I feel like he's a good cipher, and I feel like a good cipher is better than a bad politician, right? So, I mean, you know, he's definitely not the worst, but... The goddamn Chinese spy balloon. I don't know if I can show that. That's a little not safe for work, Environmental Coffee House. Is Colin Powell dead? What? When did he die? I think I remember him dying, actually. Yeah, he died. Yeah. Wasn't it COVID that got him? Fuck, I forgot about that. Yeah, he died of COVID. I forgot. Damn, yo. COVID's not all bad. Haha. So this next story, this is like everything you hate in one story, you know, when it comes to politicians. You know, we're not having any grand socio-political conversation here. We're just talking about some politicians that make us cringe for this one. But I'm just gonna show the headline because it's good. Okay. Nancy Pelosi endorses Adam Schiff in California Senate race, unless Feinstein runs for re-election. If Senator Dianne Feinstein runs for re-election at age 89, she has my wholehearted support, says Rep. Nancy Pelosi. Oh, man. That's good. That's good. But there's like, it's so many layers of cringe here. Who's running for the Senate? Isn't it Barbara Lee, Katie Porter, and Adam Schiff so far, I believe, have put their hats in the ring. Right? So you can debate Barbara Lee versus Katie Porter. I think that that's a reasonable debate to have on which one you would support. I think that that's a reasonable debate. But Nancy Pelosi's, she picks the worst guy, Adam Schiff. Right? But then she's like, Adam Schiff. I mean, this is when you think about it, this is ranked choice voting. This is what this is. This is ranked choice voting. You know? She endorsed Adam Schiff, but Diane comes back. She's number one. Right? She's just doing some ranked choice endorsement. That's like a new thing now. Yeah, ranked choice endorsement. But anyway, let's check it. Democratic California Rep. Nancy Pelosi will support Rep. Adam Schiff of California to replace Sen. Dianne Feinstein if she chooses not to seek re-election, she said in a statement Thursday. I will be supporting House Intelligence Committee Chair Adam Schiff, who knows well the nexus between a strong democracy and a strong economy. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, and this may be heartbreaking to know, but Adam Schiff does not know anything about a strong democracy, and he also doesn't know anything about a strong economy. This guy's a fucking clown, okay? Now, again, he's a good actor, right? Like, I'm not going to lie. When I watched the first impeachment, I enjoyed Adam Schiff's commentary. He's good at acting, right? And that's great. Like, he should move into, like, you know, he should do a reboot of House of Cards or something, and he could, you know, play Kevin Spacey. I mean, he kind of looks like Kevin Spacey, right? Right? I mean, hey, like, that's what I'm saying. You know, House of Cards season 1, like, that deserves a remake with someone who's not a fucking serial pedophile rapist, right? So get Adam Schiff in there, make him re-record season 1 of House of Cards, do something. But as far as being a politician, I mean, he's not that, like, he's not that good. And as far as being an intelligent person, he's also not that intelligent. Like, you know, I don't want to burst anyone's bubble here. But, I mean, also this photo is really good. This photo reminds me of that motherfucker who killed himself in Pennsylvania. You know, the fucking, hey man, nice shot. You know that fucking image? What's that guy's name? Like, fuck. Is it like, I think it's Bud. Yeah, Bud Dwyer. Hold up, let me get you this photo. This is Nancy Pelosi and Adam Schiff. Hold up. Hold up. Let me get you this shit. Alright. So, alright, you tell me the difference. This is Bud Dwyer moments before killing himself on live television. Right? This is Nancy Pelosi moments before. I'm just saying, they got like the same energy. It's the same energy here. Anyway, I don't know why. Okay, let me finish doing this. In his service in the House, he is focused on strengthening our democracy, wrong, with justice, and on building an economy that works for all. Also wrong. That's just a lie. So he's done none of those things. Now, again, I will say, like, again, during the first Trump impeachment, I enjoyed Adam Schiff's commentary. If he were a podcaster, he'd be perfect. But as a politician, I don't know about that. I'm just saying. And has Adam Schiff ever said anything that would help Americans during this inflated economy? Has he said anything? Like, he knows how to build a strong economy that works for everyone? What? Is there any evidence of that? But again, you know, Nancy Pelosi probably doesn't know what year it is either. I just can't get over this. Look at this. Okay. So imagine Adam Schiff is the gun, right? And Nancy Pelosi is Bud Dwyer. I mean, I'm sorry. This is... I mean, unfortunately, there's an alternate ending here that isn't playing out. But, you know, maybe someday. If Senator Feinstein decides to seek re-election, she has my wholehearted support. That's the other thing that's crazy, too, is Senator Feinstein... You know, we can talk about her politics, right? That's a discussion I'm willing to have. I think her politics are trash. I think she's a garbage politician, and I think she has been a garbage politician for almost all of her life. That's my opinion. But regardless of what you think about her, she has dementia. I ask you this question. What other jobs are okay to perform into your 90s with dementia? Would you want a surgeon to continue performing heart transplants if they have dementia and they're 91? 97, how old she's going to be if she gets reelected and serves out a full term? Would you want a soldier in a war to have dementia? Like, just think. Would you want someone at a restaurant cooking your food that has dementia? But we're allowed to just take one of 100 Senate seats for the whole country and just give it to a demented freak. And again, just to be very clear, I'm not calling her a freak because she has dementia. I'm calling her a freak because of her political record and career. She's a garbage politician. She's a terrible person, all right? She's trash. Human garbage, right? But she also has dementia. And that literally makes it so she cannot do her job. She cannot do her job. She's incapable. She has been on video not knowing what year it was. On video. Her staffers wrote a letter saying that they tried to talk her out of running for re-election. And she didn't even know, one, what seat she was running for, and two, what campaign. She thought she was campaigning in like the early aughts. This is like a couple months ago. She has dementia. She's incapable of doing her job. And anyone who pretends not to acknowledge that, I mean, to me, lock them up. I've had grandparents that have had dementia or, you know, dementia symptoms, you know. And you know what I would not do to those grandparents? Force them to do an extremely stressful job and fly around the country every day. That's not what I would do. What would that be considered? Elder abuse? That's elder abuse. So if you pretend like she's healthy enough to serve another term, I think you should be convicted of elder abuse. That's me. Nancy Pelosi, throw her in jail. This is some crazy shit. I mean, just on a human level. Like human to human. Like Adam Schiff will do a great job keeping the corporations happy in that Senate seat. Right? He will do a great job making sure that workers get less money and corporations get more money? So why do you need to pretend like someone who has very clearly been documented to have dementia is somehow perfectly mentally fit to run for office? You know what I mean? Like, why? What's the point? Because it's not for politics. It's not for like, you know, it's not for power. It's not for making sure the corporations are continuing to win and workers continue to lose. Because if you wanted that, you would just put all your resources into Adam Schiff. You know? This is like a whole extra layer of just like, what the fuck are these people on? They're on drugs. They're sniffing their own farts, and that shit's rancid as hell. It's causing them to have like, you know, you ever see like Beavis and Butthead, you know, when they sniff their own farts and they go like, "Whoa!" You know? That's basically Nancy Pelosi. I mean, look at this fucking bitch. Like, what are you doing? Like, does she have dementia? Did both of them just think that it's 1973 again? Like, what the fuck? Feinstein raised $558 from October to December 2022. Yo, I made more money on my podcast than Dianne Feinstein, a sitting senator, did in the same time frame. Think about that. I have a podcast where I get like negative 12 viewers, right? And I made more money than a sitting U.S. senator. I thought, hey, I don't know. Anyway, so if you want to compare Katie Porter and Barbara Lee, I'm down to have that conversation. but Adam Schiff is a no-go, non-starter. But endorsing Dianne Feinstein, I mean, again, like, that's a whole level of unnecessary extremist cringe. And it's just kind of evil. Like, there's part of it that's just evil. Like, there's just like, what the fuck? You know? But anyway. America, baby. Whatever. Fuck. Like, I'm sitting here wondering what Dianne Feinstein can do that Adam Schiff can't, you know? Like, what makes it all worth it, you know? Because the way I see it is, like, she is significantly worse for the goal of oppressing workers and keeping corporations happy, right? She's worse at that. So, like, there has to be something that makes it worth it, you know? Like, what is that? Like, what is there in the background? Behind the scenes. Anyway, let's keep going. "30-year-old Bobby breaks record for world's oldest dog ever." Folks, there is a new dog in town. And he's the oldest dog in town, and his name is Bobby, or their name is Bobby. A dog named Bobby, who lives in Portugal, has been declared as both the world's oldest living dog and the world's oldest dog ever, Guinness World Records announced Thursday. Born on May 11, 1992, Bobby is now 30 years and 267 days old, the Guinness World Records said. He is a purebred Rafeiro do Alentejo, a breed known for protecting livestock, according to the American Kennel Club. Rafeiro do Alentejo, I don't know, I'm going to be honest, I'm not familiar with this breed. Dogs have an average life expectancy of 12 to 14 years, Guinness said. Bobby's age was verified by SIAC, a pet database authorized by the Portuguese government, Guinness said. There's a lot of Guinness said here. Anyway, let's watch this video, folks. This is Bobby. Yes, that's right. We're about to watch a 2-minute video of a dog being adorable. Okay, let's go.
Hi, Bobby. Hi, Bobby.
Goddamn Bobby. His age has been confirmed as 30 years and 266 days. Oh, now we're getting sad? Bobby was due to be put down as a puppy along with the rest of his siblings. His current owner, Lionel Costa, was able to hide Bobby and eventually made him part of the family. Bobby's owner has a few theories as to why he has lived so long. Look at this dog. It could be due to the calm and peaceful environment that he grew up in. Also, he has never been chained up nor attached to a leash and has always enjoyed roaming free. Now, I just want to pause it here, man. Do you know how much cortisol goes through their bodies when you leash up a dog? There's a low resting amount of anxiety that happens. You know, you never get leashed up. You don't even know what that is. That can absolutely be a reason why you'd live longer, not to mention diet, not to mention, again, a stress-free life environment. But you know, I'm going to talk more. I'm going to get more into like politics after this because I've got like a political analysis of this video. So this is not just a feel-good story, although it is mostly. But I'm going to talk about if the average age is 12 years, how is this motherfucker living double than the average age? How is that possible? Is it possible that we are culturally abusing every other dog? Is that possible? Is it possible that the food we feed dogs is toxic? Is it possible that the way we treat dogs in our culture is toxic and it causes them to live half as long as they could? The average lifespan being 12 and this dog being 30 leads me to believe that there is some fucked up shit going on with the rest of the dogs in this world. But anyway, let's keep going with this cute doggy. I mean, I love this guy. Look at this fucking angel. He's very sociable and spends time with lots of different animals. Even cats. I'm gonna cry. Look at this baby. He drinks a lot of water, about 1 liter per day. As for his diet, Bobby has always eaten human food with the seasoning removed. For his owner, Bobby is the last of a long generation of animals. Yeah, get that corn? Yeah. He represents family that have already left this world. The previous oldest dog ever recorded was held by an Australian cattle dog named Bluey, who lived to the age of 29 years, 5 months. Bluey died in 1939. He appeared in many editions of the Guinness World Records book. There's a new dog in town, folks. It's a big deal. It's a big fucking deal. And let's freeze frame it there. Look at this goddamn baby. Holy shit, man. My Max dog is snoring right now. He's sleeping through this whole thing. I don't want him to get jealous. But think about this, man. I'm just having this conversation with y'all. If a dog can live to 30 years old, we got to investigate why dogs are dying at 12. Why is this would be like, you know, the world's oldest human has ever lived to like 120 or something, like 122 or something like that, right? But imagine if most people just died at 40. Like the average age is 40. You know, some humans have lived to 120. What the fuck? You know, I would want to investigate why so many motherfuckers are dying in their 40s. But again, we also know that dog food, especially in America, dog food is not that healthy for dogs. Dry food, anyway. A lot of the cheap stuff. The cheapest kind of dog foods available are kind of like junk food. It's kind of like eating McDonald's every day. If you eat McDonald's every day, feel free to give your dog the cheapest bottom shelf dog food. But if you want your dog to live healthily and happily, you're going to have to pay more money. And that sucks. You know? But do you want your dog to die early? And also, would you give your kid McDonald's every day if it was cheaper? That does damage. It does damage, motherfucker. But anyway, man, I just got to give a shout out to Bobby. I mean, this is the world's coolest dog. Well, second coolest dog, because my Max dog, way cooler. Just throwing that out there. But goddamn, everyone. So, just, you know, wanted to take this day to celebrate Bobby. Because Bobby is a hero. And so are Bobby's family members that are keeping them healthy and happy. So, we'll see how long Bobby lives. And I'm looking forward to seeing this dog hit 40. I mean, hey, you already hit 30. Let's keep going, right? So anyway, there's Bobby. My dog is 11 years old, and she runs and grabs sticks from the ground, while running and jumps chest-high heights. And most people who guess her age say she's 5. Well, that's a happy dog. It's a happy-ass dog. But anyway, that's my show for today. I didn't, you know, nothing too serious today. I will be taking tomorrow off. So I will see you all on Sunday. Look at this, like my hair is like what is this, man? Like this is some crazy shit. How did this not get here? I'm about to start sleeping with a scrunchie, man, because this shit is fucking me up. Member for 5 months. Congratulations. You're the greatest. I mean, I'm pretty great, right? But the greatest? Hey, I didn't say it. More cool animal segments, please. Yeah, I really do need to do, like, more happy stories, you know? But I'm chronically depressed, so sometimes I have a hard time getting to that, but yeah. But once again, everybody, I thank you for watching. I do appreciate it, as always. I will be streaming on Twitch later today. So if you want to tune in, that would be cool. Maxie will be the first dog to live to 50 years old. My dog's going to live longer than I will. Let's get this Max over here. Max! Maxie! Let's get this fucking Max over here. I mean, how am I going to end the stream without showing Max? Come on, Max. Get the hell over here, you freaking dog. Get the hell over here, Maxie. He's coming. Maxie, did I wake you up from your nap? Did I wake you up? Maxie, are you gonna live as long as Bobby? Max, you wanna come uppy? You wanna come uppy, Max? Uppy! No, you're too old for this, Max. You're too old. Alright. I mean, like, this is what I have to deal with. This is my daily life. I wake up with this fucking goddamn dog on me and, like, licking my face. It's crazy shit, man. It's crazy. So. But anyway, that's the program. A goddamn doomer turn. Speaking of Doom, go subscribe to my Doom channel, because I'm a doomer. The anime video card box. That is a skeleton smoking a cigarette, my friend. Goddamn Bobby. Holy shit, man. Goddamn Bobby. But anyway, y'all, thank you for watching. That's all I got for today. And, yeah. That's it.